Hi everyone, Oli is here. Alright, so today let's go through this hackerrank.com practice coding test. It is equalize the array. So go through the problem. Carl has an array of integers. He wants to reduce the array until all remaining elements are equal. So he has this array and he wanted to remove up to whatever the remaining arrays that are equal. I mean, here we can see quickly that it would be 2, 2, and we need to get rid of 1 and 3. So he wants to get to it though the minimum number of deletions, minimum possible numbers. Let's keep going. And another sample input that has 5 members in the array, and it will be same repeating numbers will be 3, and we'll have to get rid of 2 and 1. Okay, so this gives some good idea of how we should approach. So I think I'm gonna use an object for this one. So create an empty object, and let's like throw a quick array example 1 2 2 3 in this case. And what I mean by using object is that, for example, let's look through this array, and what if like at index of 0, which the value will be 1, we will make that into key of this object. So for example, it will be 1 at that point, and we know that now we have one member in this object with that key, so we'll drop the value of 1 in there. Now moving on the pointer to index 1, the value is 2, so we'll add value of 2 there. And at this point, the value of that 2 will be 1. But once we move to the pointer to the next, we know that it's another counter, right? Increment by 1, at this case, will be 2. So when we got to the last element in an array, will be 3, and it will just drop the value of 1 there. So in a way, like a dictionary, this is tracking the unique element in the array, and then we'll be returning the values in the object. Alright, so let's start coding in that case. That object, we're going to use the object literal and have the initiate that object there. All we need to do at this point is just loop through that array. So this will give us the each element of the numbers in the array. In this case, we'll just have to see if object of the key member I is there. All we need to do is just like what we did. We saw that 2 was there. All we need to do is increment by 1 as the number increases. Otherwise, when the object didn't have the key there, we're gonna insert the key with the assigned value of 1, right? Since it wasn't there, and we just created 1. So at this point, let's see what we have. So we can console log what object that we have here. And I like to call it as object to be just clear. And the test will fail at this point, but let's run it to see what console log that we have. Yeah, so object. So these are the array of elements in there, and you have 3 3s and then 1 2 and 1 1. So it gives exactly what we want. All right, let's go back to it. So get rid of this for now. So now what I wanted to do is, since we got the object, I want to just collect all the values. So I'm going to use this object class. and then get all the values of object. And I'm going to call that, this will return as an array, by the way. So I'm going to just say value array in this case. So I got this will return as whatever the values of these, like, so like for example it will be 2 1 2 1 of that object, for example. And what I wanted to do is I want to now find a max value of the array. So that will be max.max, and just spread that value array there. This actually has, this accepts max.max accepts series of numbers. So we'll be, for example, we're basically doing 2 1, so that it will grab like 2 as a max value. This will give you the return of 2, whatever the largest number in there. So if you use a mean, it will give you the smallest number as well. But anyway, that's the idea. So up to this point, we know clearly now that the total number of array minus whatever that repeated value in there will give us the number of items that needs to be deleted, which is 1 and 3 in this case. So what we can do is array.length minus max value. This should return to whatever the number of items that needs to be deleted in this array. So let's run the code. All right, nice, as it is passing. And one more. Yeah, this is my nervous breaking moment. Oh, good. Okay, so it passes. So yeah, this is it. Yeah, it was very nice and simple, but good example of using object of the array in the element. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and see you in the next video.